You've heard the story. Isaac Newton was sitting under an apple tree when an apple fell on his head and boom! He discovered gravity. But did you know, Einstein had a completely different way of thinking about gravity? And it didn't involve apples at all. Newton's apple story is famous, but what did he actually discover? He realized that the same force that made the apple fall to the ground also kept the moon in orbit around Earth. Newton described gravity as a force pulling objects toward each other. His laws worked perfectly for a while, until scientists started noticing tiny problems with them. One big problem? Mercury's orbit. It wasn't following Newton's laws perfectly and no one could explain why, until Einstein came along. It's 1907. Einstein isn't a professor yet, he's just a clerk in a Swiss patent office. But as he's reviewing inventions, he has what he later calls the happiest thought of his life. He imagines, what if someone is inside a freely falling elevator? If the elevator drops, that person wouldn't feel their own weight anymore. They'd be floating, completely weightless. This led Einstein to a mind-blowing realization. Gravity isn't really a force, it's something much stranger. Einstein figured out that gravity doesn't pull things down, it bends space and time itself. Imagine space-time as a giant rubber sheet. If you place a heavy object, like a planet, on it, the sheet bends. Smaller objects, like the moon, follow the curves of this bent space, making it look like gravity is pulling them in. This became his general theory of relativity in 1915. But how do you prove something this crazy? Fast forward to 1919. A team of scientists led by Sir Arthur Eddington set out to test Einstein's theory. During a solar eclipse, they observed something shocking. Starlight bent around the sun, exactly as Einstein predicted. Einstein's theory was no longer just an idea, it was proven, and overnight he became a global scientific superstar. Newton's apple was just the beginning. Einstein took it further, showing that gravity is actually the bending of space-time itself. And today, we use his equations to study black holes, gravitational waves, and even GPS technology. So next time you hear about Newton's apple, remember, Einstein didn't need an apple. He needed just one thought, and it was enough to change the universe. If you love mind-blowing science like this, make sure to like, share, and subscribe for more amazing stories.